And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And starting this one, Chris Sale. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the base. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Sale ready. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And now it's 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And that is downstairs. And it's 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 1 out, base is empty. And there's a ball.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Sale delivers. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And Acuna able to make the grab. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and starting this one, Paul Blackburn. What do we need to know here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Comebacker to the mound. 1 up, 1 down. And let's take a look at the lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
The 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here comes Austin Riley. That one finds the zone, and the count's full. Line drive, caught.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Matt Olson up to the plate. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Lindor. That is the inning. One left for Atlanta. Scoreless after one. Second inning set to go. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
And Sale deals. And that misses. And it's 2-1. Swings through that. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. Caught him looking for the K. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Second inning here, no score. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Got him looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Mets go down quickly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Swinging a foul straight back. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair.
So that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Drake Baldwin. One down, base is empty. There's the strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. And that's way high. And the count is 2-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Out towards right center field. Taylor moving under it. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We head on now to the top of the third. No score. Back here in Atlanta, new inning getting started. And stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a ground ball. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and they come away without an out.
Batting 8. Second base.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. And strike two.
The runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Top of the third, no score. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Next pitch is outside. Next offering is fouled back. Man at first, one away. Just missed.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Just off the inside edge.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Next offering is down low.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that'll load the bases.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting.
Starling Marte up to hit.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact a game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. Reaching into the dugout, he makes the catch.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Juan Soto now. Taylor on third. Mauricio on second. Lindor on at first with 2 down. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that's the 3rd out. Mets leave them loaded, and we're still knotted at 0. Back at Truist Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Leading off, Michael Harris II. And that's outside.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So up next, Nick Allen. The 1-1. In there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Check swing, appeal to first. No swing, just held it back there. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And it falls. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's Acuna now.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
One and two now on Acuna. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that is a big first out.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Here's Alex Verdugo. Next pitch misses inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. One out. Runners at first and second. To the right side. Alonso to second. Back to first. Double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. No runs on 2 base hits. No errors, and 1 left on. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. His 18th home run of the season, and the Mets on the board first. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a foul out of play. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, that was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. Grounds one to short. Allen throws to first in time.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder Tyrone
2 down,
Taylor.
bases empty. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Backed off the plate that time. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Sale keeping him close. Taylor, the runner at first with 2 gone. Jeff McNeil stands in, and that misses. 2-1. And downstairs, Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
There's a swing and a miss.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Chopper right side. In plenty of time to first, and that is that. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. And we're back.
Leading
Bottom
off
4,
for the
now the
Braves,
third baseman, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. To the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The flip to the pitcher is late, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here's Matt Olson. Next offering is downstairs. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss.
2-2.
Throw to second.
Wow, what a great throw from his knees right there. You're not going to see that every day. Such a long throw from the plate to second base. So to have no bottom half behind it but still deliver a seed on target, so impressive. And most catchers practice that throw, but not many have the arm strength to actually make it work in a game.
One down, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Braves, designated
Marcell
hitter,
Ozuna coming up to hit.
Ozuna.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to short. Lindor slings to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Braves go down quickly here. They're down 1-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. Ronnie Mauricio now.
Leading off for the Mets, third baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Here's a 1-1. Just missed. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Rafael Montero up and throwing. Ruiz also getting ready. Fastball for a strike at 95. In the air out towards right center. Harris after it. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop.
Back to the top of the Mets
Lindor.
order. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare. Only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ripped on the ground to second. Gets it to first. Lindor retired.
Fastball grew right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Starling Marte.
Ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Drake Baldwin.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Throws to second, and now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. That one missed. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. No outs. Runner on second. Struck him out looking.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris the second. Center field. Taylor under it. Drops into the glove. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Nick Allen.
Nick Allen next up for the Braves. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor on to first. Out number 3. Braves strand 1. They trail here 1-0.
Now pitching.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Aaron Bummer.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Juan Soto.
Leading off for the Mets, right fielder Juan Soto.
The 1-2. And the sweeper is off the plate. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings and misses, and one gone.
A left-handed batter facing a left-handed pitcher that's got some sink like that at the end. It's just the bottom falls out of it when it looks like it's going to be a pretty good pitch in that location that everyone says lefties love.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 1 and the Braves nothing. Bottom of the 6th at the plate. Ronald Acuna Jr. Action in the Mets bullpen. Reed Garrett getting ready to go. Brazoban also throwing. And that is out of play. Out to short. Lindor on the run. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now the number 2 hitter, Alex Verdugo. Hit weakly on the ground. McNeil. 2 up, 2 down.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Third baseman, Austin.
And the batter now, Austin Riley. Next pitch is outside. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering upstairs.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Now pitching for
the Mets with a new arm on the mound, Justin Garza.
71.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
So 2 down, and now it's going to be Matt Olson. Riley off of first with 2 away. And it is 2-1.
But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Soto under it. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. Clean work out of the Mets bullpen there. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 1 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Rafael Montero.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens.
Catcher, Luis Torrens.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. And just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Now here is Tyrone Taylor. That one lifted to left. Verdugo makes the grab. 2 away. Jeff McNeil getting ready to hit. Two down, nobody on. That one misses, and that's ball 2. Just missed. He swings and fouls one off. And that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
That's outside. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one the other way. Base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
First and second, 2 outs. Now it's the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. And that one in the air center field. Harris in and to his right. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left for the Mets, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here in Atlanta, set for the last half of the 7th. And now it's the Braves DH, Marcell Ozuna. Looking to get the tying run on base. So now 1-2.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. That one not close. And a count 2-1. That clips the inside corner for a strike. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 2 outs. Falling behind 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
On the ground. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And the Braves go down quietly. And it remains 1-0. Pierce Johnson taking over on the mound.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Pierce Johnson fires. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2. Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out.
Well, be ready. He throws that curveball a lot. Probably more than any other pitch in his arsenal. And he's going to try to put you away with it like he did right there. That's his go-to pitch early and late in the count.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Now a chance for Pete Alonso, and that's down and away. That misses the zone. 3-1.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Verdugo gets under it. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo, the next to hit. Lifted in the air, out to left. Verdugo makes the grab, and that is that. Mets leave 1. They lead it 1-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Reed Garrett.
These are the
Now
spots
pitching for the
relievers
New York
really
Mets.
make a name for themselves.
Number
Late
75.
and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Just missed. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Edwin Diaz, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
That's to third. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Up
That's why
next
you
for
hug the
Braves,
lines on the corners
shortstop,
late in the ball game like this,
Nick
positioned
Allen.
perfectly.
Nick Allen next up for the Braves. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-2.
Next pitch way upstairs. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Braves, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Next one misses. 2 balls and a strike. Right side. McNeil tosses to first. They get the out on Acuna. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Braves go down quickly here. Still behind by a count of 1-0. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Dylan Lee.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Lee.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Verdugo hauls it in, and there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Jose Ruiz getting loose out there. De Los Santos getting loose as well. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. That one misses. 3-1. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's out number 2.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing here this half. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Mets 1 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Edwin Diaz.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Verdugo.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 1-2.
2-2.
Fastball is outside, facing a closer that delivers big-time velocity.
Well, normally against a big arm with this kind of velocity, you look for the ball down because the fastball up is a little hard to catch up to, but he's shown really good.
Throws him with the heater at the knees.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
He's 2 outs away. So here's Riley now. Hard hit left side. Whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
The Braves down to their last out. And here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. Here's the pitch to Olson.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. fouled off. He was late.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
And a 1-0 final score here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Sciambi. Talk to you soon.